The average adult has to make anywhere from 30 to 35,000 decisions every single day. That's a lot to think about. Decisions about what you're going to eat, what you'll wear, what you'll say, what you'll do, how you're going to do it, where you're going to go. There's just so many decisions that we have to make. But what if you could make a single decision now and never have to worry about it again? So we make a lot of decisions on a daily basis, some conscious, some not conscious. But if we're being honest, the vast majority of things that we have to decide on a daily basis are actually pretty unimportant. But the fact that we have to make so many decisions can still leave people feeling pretty overwhelmed, and it can also lead to stress and anxiety. So decision fatigue is a state of mental overload that can actually impede a person's ability to continue making decisions. It's the idea that after making many decisions, your ability to make more and more decisions over the course of the day actually becomes worse. Now, this is where the decide once principle comes into play. Essentially, you want to make a decision once so that whenever you're faced with that situation again, you know exactly what to do. You basically just carry out the actions that you've already decided that you're going to do. And so the decide once principle is a concept that was made popular by Kendra Adachi in her book, The Lazy Genius Way. And this is a book that I would highly, highly recommend if you are looking to improve your productivity, because essentially it's a book that talks about identifying what matters to you and what doesn't matter to you, and then pretty much just being a genius about the things that matter and then being lazy about the rest. And so in this video, I'm going to walk you through my day and just show you some of the areas where I use this decide once principle and how I apply it into my life. And so I hope that by sharing these ideas, it will also give you some tangible ways that you also can incorporate the decide once principle into your life. And so let's start with our morning routine. So the first thing that I have decided is what time I'm going to wake up. And so I wake up at the exact same time every single day. It doesn't matter if it's a weekday or if it's a weekend. I've chosen and I've decided the time that works best for me. Now, the time that I've chosen is based on my specific schedule. I know what time I have to leave the house, and I know what I have to do before I leave the house. And so I make sure that I give myself enough time in the morning to get all the things done that I need to do before I have to leave the house. And so this means that when the alarm goes off, I've actually decided that I'm not going to hit the snooze button, because I know that if I do that, then I won't be able to do the things that I want to do before I'm able to leave the house. I also know that I'll be rushing before I leave the house, which is something that I don't want to do. And so I've decided that I'm going to wake up at the same time every single day, and I've given myself that wake up time. And so the next way that I've incorporated the decide once principle into my life is around my morning routine. And so to be quite honest with you, I don't really have a set morning routine that I do every single day, but I do have certain things that I have decided that I'm going to do every single morning. And one of those things for me is spending time reading my Bible and also spending time in prayer. Now, the amount of time that I will spend reading my Bible and the amount of time that I will spend praying every morning is going to be different, and it's going to be different based on what I have going on that day. But I know that every single morning, even if it's just for 5 minutes, I'm going to spend time saying a quick word of prayer and reading, even if it's just one Bible verse. This is something that I really believe impacts the way the rest of my day goes. And so I've made a commitment to spend time reading my Bible and praying every single morning. So another way that I incorporate the decide once principle into my mornings is around getting ready. And so I've tried as much as possible to simplify my getting ready process, and I've actually successfully brought down my get ready time to 5 minutes. In fact, I think I get ready in less than 5 minutes. But half of that is because my hair is in braids. And so I've decided that for the time being, I don't know how long it's going to last, I'm going to keep my hair in braids because it literally cuts down on how much time I spend getting ready in the morning. When I'm getting ready for work, I only have 2 styles that I do. I either have my hair all up in a ponytail or I have it half up, half down. This has made the process of getting ready so much easier. Now, the other part is when it comes to makeup. When I'm getting ready for work in the morning, I literally just do foundation, eyeliner, mascara, and then lip gloss. Some days if I feel up to it, I might put a little bit of powder. But having like this simplified and streamlined routine has helped me so much because I know exactly what I'm doing, and it almost becomes subconscious. Like I'm not thinking about whether my lipstick goes with my eyeshadow or whether my makeup looks good, because I'm literally doing the same makeup that I do every single day. So I've also decided to streamline and really simplify the makeup and skincare products that I use. And so whereas before I used to like try out a whole bunch of different things, I would watch reviews on YouTube and buy whatever people recommended. But now I found what works for me and I just stick to it. And so what that means is that whenever something that I'm using runs out, I'm really just restocking. So instead of like looking and trying to find other things, I'm really just restocking the things that I already have. Now, this might mean that I'm missing out on like some next level, like amazing product that's out there. But at this stage in my life, I really don't care. What's most important to me is simplicity and streamlining processes wherever I can. Now, when it comes to clothes, you can also use the decide once principle. Steve Jobs is a great example of this because everywhere he went, he had a uniform. He wore black turtleneck and denim pants. And he stuck to that uniform regardless of where he was going and what he was doing. He would have never had to think about what he's going to wear because he's already decided on what he's going to wear. He wouldn't have had to wonder, if the outfit looks good or not, because he would have decided once that that is what he was going to wear. Like, I'm sure that he thought he looked good enough, and so he was happy wearing that outfit. And so I've decided once that I'm going to have a Monday uniform. So my Monday uniform is going to be black top with pants of some sort. I don't wear the same top every single Monday. Like, sometimes I'll wear a short sleeve, sometimes I'll wear a sweater, sometimes I wear a turtleneck. It really depends on, the weather and what I have going on. But I've decided that on Mondays, I don't have to think about what I'm going to wear because I'm going to wear a black top every single Monday. So I've also decided that on Fridays, I'm going to wear jeans. And so that works for where I work. And so I've decided that I have a couple pairs of jeans, like 2 or 3 pairs of jeans that I wear for work. And so I just kind of like rotate them. I don't really have to think too much about what I'm going to wear on Mondays and on Fridays because that decision has already been made for me. And so it definitely helps me kind of like cut back on the amount of time that I spend getting dressed each morning because I don't have to sit there thinking about exactly what I'm going to wear. Now, I should note that using the decide once principle should really only apply to things that don't really matter to you. Like, if you need to express yourself through your clothes and through your fashion, like, this definitely will not work for you. But if you're someone who is kind of like, when it comes to fashion and when it comes to products, like, it really doesn't matter, what you're using. This is definitely an area that you can save time, save brain energy, and really simplify the process. Now, another big area where you can use this decide once principle is in the area of meals and meal planning. So there are many different ways that I've chosen to incorporate this decide once principle into my life when it comes to meal planning. And the first way is with groceries. I've pre-decided where I'm going to get groceries from. It doesn't matter if there are sales going on. It doesn't matter if there are better prices elsewhere. I really only shop at 2 places. So I do the majority of my grocery shopping actually from Walmart because it's affordable and it allows me to order my groceries online. And so on Fridays, I will order my groceries and then pick it up on Saturday morning. And so that's something that we've been doing for a couple of months, and it really works quite well for us because it means that we're also better able to kind of like manage our grocery budget. When you're doing online shopping, you can see really easily what your total is at the checkout, and you can remove or add things based on what your total is. And then I find that because we're online shopping, like, we're not really adding random things that we see as we're walking through the store. And so yeah, it's really helped us kind of keep up with our grocery budget. And now the other place that I will shop at is Metro, and that's literally because I have a Metro really close to my house. And again, it may not be the most cost-effective option, but when it comes to buying fruits and milk and things that we might need kind of in the middle of the week, it just makes sense to do what's most convenient. And so we save a lot of time, save a lot of energy by just having those 2 options. So having these set guidelines and having these set parameters around where we will do our groceries has really just helped us to make the grocery shopping process so much easier. So another way that we implement this decide once principle is by having a meal plan. So essentially you can decide on what you want to eat on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, or if you can, on a monthly basis. And so we've chosen to kind of have a monthly meal plan. So once a month we'll sit down and think about what we want to eat, and we just make that a fixed decision. And so that also makes grocery shopping a little bit easier because we've already decided on exactly what we're going to have. So we're also not trying out new recipes and things that we may or may not like, and things that will leave us with like random ingredients in our pantry. We're literally focusing our grocery shopping on things that we're going to eat for us. And so this has made grocery shopping and meal times just so much easier for us. And so we've also chosen to have the same meals whenever we have people over. So it doesn't matter who's coming. If we're having people over, we're having jollof rice, chicken, and some sort of salad. The salad may vary based on what's in season and what we have in the fridge, but the staples are jollof rice and chicken. So I feel like it's something that's easy enough to prepare. It's something that stores well, and it's something that like my kids also like. So whenever we do that, we'll usually make big batches and then keep the rest as leftovers. And I also feel like everyone likes jollof rice. Like, it's a pretty safe option for people who are picky eaters or for people who have allergies because it's, just pretty safe. And so we've also decided once when it comes to our laundry and our cleaning routine. I don't know about you, but I hate cleaning and I hate laundry. And these are two things that I hope that one day in my life I'd be able to outsource completely. But right now, it's something that I have to do. So I realized that I just have to figure out ways to make this area of life a little bit easier. And so again, this is very specific to us. We're a family of 4 with 2 small children. And so we've decided that every single night we will wipe down the kitchen countertops. We'll put the dishes in the dishwasher, do the dishes, and also sweep the floors in the main living area. We'll also pick up all the toys that are on the floor and put them away in toy bins. And so that's something that we do every single night, because to me, waking up to a clean or reset house is really important. And so for me, I know what I like the kitchen to look like. I know what I like my reset home to look like. Someone else may look at it and think that, oh, it's still cluttered, but it's what I like and it's the baseline that I'm comfortable with, because at the end of the day, I still have 2 small kids and I know that as long as they're awake, they're gonna make a mess. And so it's important to me to just reset on a daily basis. So we'll reset the kitchen and the main living areas every single day. And then I'll also spend about 15 minutes every day cleaning one room in the house. And so every day kind of has its theme. Every day I know exactly what I should be doing. And then on the laundry days, I will just do one load of laundry that day. And then on the days for folding, I will do the folding for the laundry that I did the previous day. I don't wait for the laundry to pile up to do the laundry, because I find that to be too overwhelming. And so I just have a schedule that I stick to. And that means that every single day I know what I should be doing. It doesn't mean that I'm doing it, but I know what I should be doing to help me reach the overall goal that I want. When I fall off track, having a routine helps me, because it helps me know where to kind of start back up and how to get back on track. So I have my routine for how I manage laundry and cleaning, and it's what works for me in this season right now. I'm sure as my kids grow up and as things change, our routines will change as well. But it's what works for me right now. And I think that if you can just start to think about ways that you can simplify things and just make things a little bit easier, so that you don't have to deal with, a big load of laundry or huge cleaning tasks all the time. And so I also have a weekly reset checklist. And a weekly reset checklist is basically just a checklist of things that I do on a weekly basis that I know will make life easier for me during the week. So things like laundry, groceries, meal prep, setting out clothes for the week. These are all little things that I know that if I can do them on the weekend, they really do make life easier for me during the week. So I actually created a weekly reset checklist, and I have a link to that in the description box below. And so if you would like to check it out, make sure to click the link in the description box to get your hands on it. But the important thing is that it's actually a customizable checklist. And so you can customize it and make it something that works and something that fits your needs. Having a checklist is just really helpful, because as you're going about your weekend or as you're going about your day, you can kind of check things off as you get them done. It definitely doesn't mean that you have to do every single thing on your list, but I found that if I have a checklist, it just helps me to stay on track. So even if you were to do just 70% of the things on your checklist, you already know that by doing those things, your week is going to be a little bit smoother. And so definitely make sure to check out my weekly reset checklist in the description box below. Another way that you can streamline is when it comes to gift giving. Now, theoretically, gift giving is something that we should all love, and it's something that I love to do. Like for me, giving gifts is like a way of showing my love and a way of showing my appreciation. So I want to give something that's thoughtful and meaningful and unique. However, but there are a lot of situations where it actually becomes stressful, when I feel like it doesn't really need to. And the 2 big ones for me are giving gifts to teachers and also giving gifts to other kids. For me, giving gifts to teachers, I'll just give gift cards, and I'll give a predetermined amount every single time. So when I feel up to it, sometimes I'll just buy a whole bunch of gift cards and thank you cards and just kind of keep them at home, so that whenever it's time to give gifts to a teacher, I already have the things that I need, and I'm not running around last minute trying to figure out, what to give my kids' teachers. Because to be honest, like they have 20 plus other kids probably giving them the same thing. And so at the end of the day, even though we want to be unique and we want to give them something meaningful, what we actually give them doesn't matter that much. At the end of the school year, I'll also give a gift card, but I'll give a gift card for like Amazon, something that I know that everyone uses and everyone will probably get benefit from. And then I'll also do a handwritten thank you note, and I'll also get my kid to write a note to their teacher. So they might also put a little drawing or something like that in there for the teacher, because I know that that's the last time that they're going to have that teacher. Another area that I do this is when it comes to buying gifts for other kids. Now, my kids are still pretty young that they don't even know what they're into. And to be quite honest, like whenever we go for birthday parties, I have no idea what the kids are into. And so instead of buying toys that I know are going to clutter up their house, like I'd rather just buy them something that's meaningful. And for me, meaningful is a gift card. So I'll usually just do a card with a gift card inside of it with a predetermined amount. And then sometimes if it's someone who I know their parents and I kind of know a little bit more about the child and what they're they're into, I might get them a book. I love giving books and I love getting books as well, because I realize that it's such a great way to just kind of start to instill that love of reading at a really early age. And so whenever we have a birthday party, I'll usually just do a birthday card, gift card, and if it's someone who I know the parents or I know a little bit better, I will include a book that I feel will be appropriate for the kid. And so these are just some ways that I've incorporated this decide once principle into my life in this season. I know that as things change, as my kids grow, as life changes, as things happen, I will probably change some of the things that I'm doing and the way that I'm doing them. But this is what works now. And the really important thing to realize with this decide once principle is, first, you decide once in areas that don't really matter to you. So if it's something that's not that important, but you find that you're spending a lot of time thinking about it and you're getting stressed out about it, that is a great area to implement the decide once principle in. The other thing is that it's important to realize that it's not permanent. This is a fixed decision, but you can change it if it doesn't work for you anymore. Now, using the decide once principle and automating certain areas of your life, it doesn't make you a robot. It doesn't make your life boring. The goal is really to help streamline and simplify processes so that you can have more time to devote to those things that matter the most to you. So yeah, I want you to really just start to think about ways that you could incorporate this decide once principle into your life. So think about one area that you tend to get stressed out about, and think about one fixed decision that you can make to just make things easier for you down the line. So leave a comment and let me know what that is for you. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that it was helpful, and I hope that it helped you maybe think about things in a slightly different way. If you like this video, make sure to hit the thumbs up button and also subscribe and hit the notification bell if you haven't done so already. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next week.